Oh my God!
They were just twinning.
Ken's gay!
Ken's gay! Yeah.
You've got mics up your arsehole. I've got muffs in my ear hole.
Honestly.
You know, it's a mess.
Hello and welcome to Capital Breakfast After the Show. I'm Jordan North, he's Chris Stark, and that's Sian Welby. At the time of recording, we've just finished Kem Saturday's 24-hour paddle challenge.
Oh, I've just noticed a massive hair in my ankle.
Oh.
That happens sometimes to girls, right?
Oh, you got a hair out your ankle?
Yeah, where you miss one and it's dark and long.
Pick it.
You need to epilate that, mate.
Look at it. Look how long that is. Can you see it?
That's
Pull
really
it.
long.
I can't. Oh, here we are.
There you go.
Make a wish, everyone. There we go.
What do you call the hairs of a leg?
Don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Head hair, hair. Pubic hair, pubes. What
Leg
do you call
hair.
ankle hair?
Good point. I don't know.
Yeah, because
Hankle.
facial hair, isn't it? Well, leg,
Yeah, well, you call that a beard, don't you?
Yeah.
It's like, I kind of like these discussions because that's uncharted territory. The hair of a woman's leg. What could it be called? Let's start with that. Send in your suggestions.
Okay.
Because no one's put a name to it yet.
a lair.
No, because you're right, because hair on your face, stubble,
Stubble, beard.
eyebrows.
Yeah.
They all have their own brand.
Eyelashes.
Hair was,
Oh my
I feel like
God.
Christopher Columbus of hair.
You've just discovered the leg hair hath no name.
The leg hair of a woman. What can we call it?
Do get in touch. Kem Saturday, congratulations. You have just completed a mammoth 24 hours of paddle. He's raised over £300,000 for Global's Make Some Noise every Friday. Every time this year, we always get together and try and raise some money. And you've literally just hot-footed it from there. It's great, wasn't it?
He's done so well. And obviously, thank you to everyone who donated. That total is such a huge amount when you think about it. Because, you know what? You occasionally see people do these challenges and they might last a series of days, that sort of thing. To be able to do that much and it being 24 hours, it's way more.
In 24 hours?
Well, mate, I've done in the past a couple of sort of charity things and it's a couple of them for 24 hours. Never raised that much money. That is a huge amount.
It's class.
And just brilliant seeing everyone come together behind, because it's a bit ridiculous as well. He's playing paddle.
Yeah.
Can I have one minor criticism?
Please.
I played paddle against Kem and everyone kept telling me he's really good. He's a bit of shit.
Mate, he'd been
What?
playing for 23 hours.
You literally met him at the 22-hour point.
I went down.
When I saw him at 10 a.m. the day
He was
before,
great.
he was trick-shotting.
No.
He was really good.
Are you rage-baiting Kem?
Bit of taught there, I think.
Are you being? I can't tell if you're winding me up or being
He's in it. You can tell he's tired and he's in a.
He's in a naughty mood.
I'm going to wind you both up today. Also, being a massive radio
It was
geek.
22 hours in, you're right. Sean. But excuses, that is. That sounds like excuses to me.
It's a bit shit.
Also, being a massive radio geek, for those of you that missed it, we need to replay this montage that one of our station producers, Joe Exler, played. This just sums up the whole 24 hours in a beautiful montage package.
Kem is now going to be playing paddle for 24 hours straight.
We've already kicked off, I can't believe it. Yes, Chris! Seen who's warming up down there. GB number one over there where he is. Number one ranked in Great Britain. I'm finished. I can't lie, currently I am way more exhausted than I should be. I just want a bit of drink, mate. I definitely need a shower soon.
And while we're sleeping tonight, he's still here raising money for Make Some Noise, right?
Gotta dig deep, man. We know why we're here. You keep donating, I'll keep playing. Little pun in there. I swear to God, 80% of my partners today have made me get the ball. That's a shot. We've got our very own Sonny J, Mr. Nathan Dorr in the building. More energy, more passion. All I can see is blue floors and glass windows, mate.
Where's Chris Stark?
He's totally left us and gone down there.
Come on, Kem, you're nearly done. Everybody sing along. Pheasant plucking, Santa plucking, till the pheasant plucking goes. Less than a minute left, and Kem Saturday will have completed his 24-hour paddle charity challenge. We've got literally seconds. Yeah!
Can we just say how good a montage is?
Yeah.
I love good montage.
That
Love
is-
a montage.
That was a great montage. I played
I
that.
love a montage. I want a montage at my funeral.
Same.
I want one at my 60th.
Just everything.
best bits,
that was
please.
always the one thing I was jealous of Big Brother contestants was when they get out and they sit on the chair and Davina would say, now's time for your fight. What do you call it? Like your best bits. Your best bits. Amazing. Always good montage there. The best montage is when England inevitably crash out the World Cup, Euros. That montage on the last game is just...
They played a Freya Riding song over it once, and it actually made me weep.
I cried. I cried once.
I
remember being in year 6. Year 6, I think it was. And it was
like
to
France 96?
Green Day, Time of Your Life. Would have been France 98.
98, that was it.
Yeah.
I was trying to think what year it was.
Green Day, Time of Your Life. But when montage is good, it's really good. It should stir emotions, and that montage really did.
There's something unpredictable.
The other montage I remember on the football was Oasis, Stop Crying Your Heart Out.
Stop crying your heart.
Oh, God.
Oh, you can't put indie. That'll send all the blokes. Wouldn't you start playing indie music and then like a bit of commentator? They thought they had it. It's that.
They think it's all over.
Well, yeah.
They thought they had
No, that was the start of it. I was going to build to that. That was the start of my montage. No, but they do. They like go, they had it all to play for or whatever, and it just gets bigger and bigger. Yeah, I love a montage.
Can we appreciate, it's not quite a montage, but it's the how producers work. I don't know if I've talked about this before. Do you remember the famous moment when I always think fair play? Remember the famous moment where Madonna was pulled off stage by a cape on the Brits?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And then the Brit Awards finished, and it went into news at 10 on ITV, or probably 10:30 or something. Right. People don't appreciate this. The news started, and someone had clipped that up and went, "There's just been a massive moment at the Brit." Literally seconds after it happened, someone had clipped that up and got a clip
respect that
and put it up on the news. Literally, and I always think as a geek,
funny.
I was like, how would they turn that around?
So funny. I always think the same.
And Madonna got pulled off stage, and then the Brits Awards finished and went, "Hello, welcome to the news at 10." And they did the top stories, is what coming up. They play clips, and they went, "And just in, Madonna has been like fallen off stage," and they played the clip, and I was like, "They've done that in a minute."
It's the same with...
That's class.
Again, back to football, Champions League, World Cup, Euros, because especially if it goes into extra time, they delay the news, right? So the thing comes on the screen saying the news will follow, the extra time, and always in the top bit where it goes coming up on the news, there's a bit in there that's literally just been on. It's so weird you say that.
Can I tell you my ones of that? Because you do have little geeky respects. And I actually have a few of these.
Fair play to that team.
One of them is cameramen or women that film golf, because you have to track the ball when it goes in the air.
Agree.
And that
Great
is a
one.
skill. Because I remember talking to a cameraman who did the golf.
I never thought of that. Yeah. Fair play.
And it's a real thing. You have to have your eye in to get it going up and when it lands.
I don't know how they do that.
I don't know how they do it. It's like a skill. But also, back to football, action replays when it's, let's have a look back at that. How have they chopped that up so quick?
Don't know.
You've got to be so quick at doing that.
I don't know, Sean. That's such a good point.
Because that's almost instant. When something just happens, they go, let's see that in slow-mo again. How have they turned that around?
How are they doing that?
To be fair, you did it yesterday when I fell on my arse at paddle for Chem Saturday. You got it clipped up.
Mate, that's why I appreciate the game, because when I saw you trip over and fall on your arse, and especially when the mic pack went inside your arse.
Did it?
Went right up my arse.
Did it actually?
It went right up my arsehole.
And
it was...
He shouted, "Don't clip that up!" And that was my trigger to clip it up.
It was a very new and weird feeling
pack.
for me.
The mic pack was inside you. I had an injury today. Speaking of... No, I had a not totally dissimilar story today.
What happened to
What's
you?
gone up your arsehole?
No, it wasn't my
It's a
ear
new
hole.
feature.
It was my ear hole.
What went in your ear hole?
It was my ear hole.
Okay.
I had to get a member of the production team to fish it out.
What?
I was panicking for a second. You guys were about to cross over to me.
Yeah.
And I had headphones in. I'd just been playing paddle. And the little ear pod bit of it,
the rubber
bit at the top, I took my ear thing out just to listen to Big John tell me something before. And the mic fell apart and the little rubber bit went inside my ear. And I couldn't fish it out. So I then tried to get my little finger in, but then it was pushing it in more.
Oh.
And I was thinking to myself, fucking hell, I'm going to go deaf here. Like this little rubber thing going into my ear hole.
That's how it happens with kids and Smarties. You've had a childhood injury there.
Luckily...
Who fished it out?
Producer Cal, I went over to him in a panic.
Like a dad.
And he
Cal's
just
the dad.
And it came out, but I had to tip my ear onto the side.
What, was
Luckily,
he like tapping your head like a...
It was not, you've got mics up your arsehole. I've got muffs in my ear hole.
Honestly.
It's a mess. All for charity.
And on that note, let's move on. Hey, you missed Taylor Swift last week.
Did I?
Yes, which we did a big full-on episode about. We just wanted to see how you were and how your lad's holiday was, because we've not really checked in with you since then.
Lad's holiday was great. The way I'm reasoning this in my head is going, if I was to ever do something for myself and look back in time and go, I chose my friends over ... This has been the best thing I could do.
Yeah.
If I come at it from that angle. I'm potentially the only person in the world that has turned down the opportunity to meet Taylor Swift for the sake of seeing their own friends. And
I think it will go down in lad history.
I was just going to say that, in lad history. In hindsight, it's a great move to do. At the time, we really wanted you there, but it says a lot about you as a person.
Yeah. So I want to be there, obviously, because it's the biggest star in the world, and I really like her. It's nothing against her. But, and Sian has said this to me previously, you do so much stuff which is for the radio show and for that. And this was a lads thing that was booked in well in advance. So in my head, I'm really, really happy that for once, not that it's a chore meeting Taylor Swift or anything like that, but for once I went friends first, and I won't regret that.
I admire you for it. I think it's brilliant, and I think it's not something that you just because you can't be bothered. You're somebody that never ever really has time off at all, and so it was absolute sod's law that the time you were off, it was the biggest pop star. But you can't. If you always changed everything for work every single time, you'd never live your life.
But I think next time Taylor Swift comes on, I think it'd be good to tell her about it. And
I agree.
I actually would like to think she would respect it, because she looks after her pals, doesn't she?
Yeah, she gets some sourdough and stuff.
And I think it's hard. Like, I think in any job, I think there are times where, you know, obviously this is a lot of fun, and meeting Taylor Swift is so cool. It's so cool. But in any job, I think you can end up just forgetting yourself and your whole life a lot of the time. So it was good to do something where I felt like an absolute idiot for doing it, but with hindsight, it was the right thing. And we had a cracking weekend.
I feel like that at the moment. Yeah, I just work. You remember just before we broke up in June as well? We were like, you were saying that you went up to Nottingham, didn't you, to see everyone?
Yeah, sometimes you genuinely have to get not just out of work, but out of, if you work in London. If you're working out there, London. Sometimes genuinely you just have to get out of London just to sort of get out of the relentless. It's a machine. Once you get down here, most people come down for work, and you see it. People run up escalators because the escalator isn't fast enough. No. People tut when a train says it's going to be 4 minutes because 4 minutes isn't quick enough.
It's mad.
And it does program you to work at a very fast capacity that I do believe will burn you out eventually. So it's not really a moan of even our job. It's just a moan of when you work in a big city, you have to just step out. I reckon people that work in New York will have the same thought. Or even just like, Central Leeds, Manchester. If you work in a city, it is go, and you have to just relax a little bit and take it all in and realise that there is more to life.
That's so true.
Yeah, and I played some golf. That was fun. You're not getting into that yet.
I've just not got to. I got into paddle and I've not played that for weeks. So I need to. I'm gonna. Also, I'm dyspraxic. So I just don't think I can play.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Well, golf.
Yeah, I might be able to. How many pints do you reckon you drank last week?
Probably quite a few.
How many do you think you had personally? My mates tried to do a thing where they tried to have 500 pints at a weekend once. And they got to
500.
They got to 490.
That's not
Wait,
something
that's like,
we can.
I don't even think that's true. That's like an urban myth.
No, it's true.
My mates
One
had 500 pints.
Do you mean between them?
500. It was Ben, producer Ben from
What?
Help by Sex and My Boss podcast. He had a stag do. They tried to get to 500 pints and they got to like 480 or something.
How many?
Producer Ben, sorry.
No. Everyone
I agree.
Everyone
on the reality of this.
Everyone on the stag do, collectively.
Were you on the stag do?
No, I wasn't.
Why weren't you on the stag do?
I wasn't invited.
Yeah, but that is weird.
No, I was. I actually was. But
What? So you turned it down?
yeah, I was busy. I was working.
There you see.
Shock.
That's an example.
Shock. So how many do you reckon you had personally?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
You don't want to say it.
For medical and legal reasons, and he has private insurance, he will not be disclosing the amount.
Very quick one on the Taylor Swift thing. Just looking at the fallout with it. The interview went everywhere. Everywhere. It was brilliant. You gave sourdough to Taylor Swift.
Correct.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great decision, that. Sausage roll sourdough. Brilliant decision. She loved it. did see that in some
Feel
of the
like there's a
interviews,
but here.
some of the interviews she did, she bought sourdough for people.
Yes.
That was.
Neither of you got sourdough.
Oh, that was tough.
No, but she did bring for us and all the team 2 massive bags of merchandise.
Did she?
But we just thought.
Did you talk about that?
No.
What's the merch?
Well, it's gone, I'm afraid, Chris.
We did leave some.
Nothing was.
Hang
nothing
on,
was
did-
left for me.
No,
we left
for
some of it.
transparency. Producer Jake took one for his new. For
What?
his new
Hang on.
date.
Off.
And I thought I'm going to let him have this because he's trying to impress him. I thought he's trying to impress this new lad. It's nice, but he did take 2 t-shirts.
What hand delivered Swifty merchandise
Well, I
from the
thought
lady
we kept
herself?
some for Erin.
No, did you actually get?
So
some
my
of-
daughter's got nothing.
No, please tell me you did get.
Yeah,
we
we
did.
did.
We did say.
I've had nothing.
We
Well,
left some aside
we did
for your
leave you a
daughter.
jumper. We said Erin needs this jumper, and I said she'll love this
We
one.
did.
I
We
did
did.
say it.
Leave that with us because we said
Wow.
this needs to be for Erin.
We did
I
say
got a
that.
cardigan.
That's very
We
kind of
100
you, by the way.
Can
'cause
I say we did literally go, what about Chris? And then we said, oh my god, his daughter will love this.
give it Jake's new fella. Mental.
What happened to that jumper? I've been serious.
We need to find that. We need to find that. That's bad.
She would love
Anyway.
that. But that's fine. Give it Jake's
No,
new fella. Why not?
Erin, your little
Jake's
girl will have
Why
it.
not?
All right, welcome back to Capital Breakfast After the Show. It's Jordan, Chris and Sean. This is our BTS podcast, a behind-the-scenes look on how our breakfast show works, and also stuff we're not allowed to talk about on air. And we've got 2 stories this week where, Sean, you're really good. You go, I can't mention it on air, but I'll do it on the podcast. So, Sian Welby,
Yeah.
how did you ruin a school open day?
Okay, this was brought up because, Chris, you had to go and view some schools as a parent.
Yeah, so my little girl is looking at high schools at the moment. So I went with her to a school that we're looking around. And it just reminded me of that time where you were a pupil at the school and the open day was happening and they bring out all the toys. It's like everything that the school has gets bought out.
Yeah.
Bunsen burners, I don't know, all the sports hall's full of sports equipment. It all comes out to kind of show off the school. But I was saying I think you would be fantastic in an open day.
That's what it was. And then I said, actually, no, I once almost completely ruined one. So I went to a school called Southwall. It's called the Minster. And actually, it was a very good school, but it was a bit run down at the time. I did a lot of classes in caravans. Did you guys have that problem?
Yes, in the
What do they call them?
porta cabins.
Porta
yeah,
cabins.
like porta
I
cabins.
did.
Yeah.
I did, and
A
it was
lot of classes
it was
in porta cabins.
round about the late 90s, early 2000s. A lot of money was invested in schools to start being done up. So yeah, I did.
We
as
called
well.
them huts.
Yeah,
I can't remember what we had a name for them. I can't remember, but yeah, we were in a lot of porta cabins.
freezing. They were
and-
freezing.
Yeah, they were freezing cold. I do remember that as well. But the main entrance was the showstopper, and so they did a lot of work to the main entrance, including making a brand new toilet, which they were clearly going to only show the teachers that the parents that toilet. Now at the time I was doing a drama performance where I was playing a dead body, right, that had come back to life.
Gee, this
And-
does not surprise me.
So I obviously wanted to look as realistic as possible, as if I'd burnt to death, right?
No.
So cue me getting ready in that new toilet. Didn't have a clue. Fake blood. I'm splattering it all over me. I didn't care at the time. I'm putting honestly like eyes drooping off. My hair's half in a bald cap to look like it had burnt, and I've got bandages covered. And I leave that toilet in an absolute state. So when the head teacher's then going, and if any of you need to use the toilets, we have them there, right? As they open the door, it looked. Apparently, one of the teachers screamed and one of the parents also screamed and went, oh my God, someone's been stabbed. Because there was bloodshot all up the sink,
brilliant.
all up the walls and whatever. And I had no idea that the carnage I'd caused, because Nottingham had a bit of a reputation of, Shottingham
Yeah, I
being a
remember
bit
that.
rough.
Yeah.
Where I was, it was actually a lovely area, but that did not help.
And it was all because you were playing the role in the little drama.
Yeah, we were doing a drama performance and I wanted to look as gory as possible. So yeah, I did almost ruin the school day.
Did you get like a detention or anything?
I can't fully remember. I just remember being told, like, oh God, you have no idea the drama you caused in that toilet.
Chris, what was this one I've got here? Chris at a big festival, kids story.
Have we not talked about this?
No.
Have we not? Great. So I was DJing at something called Big Festival.
That's right.
A few weeks ago
Big
now.
festival, and this was something
So
you
it's
couldn't
like a
mention on
festival.
air.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't think I could. Right. I'll be honest. So I'm DJing at this. So basically, how this day works is you get booked to host the main stage. It's a festival.
Yeah.
Quite a big festival. So you host the main stage, and then I do a little DJ gig in another area. But they said to me, whilst you're here, would you like to do a couple of other things? And I was just a bit like, well, I'm in the area anyway, so more than happy to come get involved in the festival. So my main jobs are hosting the main stage and doing a DJ set in what they called the Cheese Hub, which was wicked, by the way. It was loads of fun.
Okay,
it was so fun.
What a hub
I think
of
Jeremy
cheese.
Clarkson was sat upstairs, by the way. It had like a balcony bit, and Jeremy Clarkson was just sat on the top, like,
Brilliant.
just going, like, pretending not to like the music. Anyway, they said, would you like to do a couple of other things? So one of them was do a barbecue demo.
Yeah,
So of
nice.
course I was like, 100%, that'd be great. So I went along, cooked with some barbecue chefs. It was really fun. And the other thing they did is they said, would you like to read a kid's story in the kids' tent?
How have you not told us this?
And I just thought, oh, go on then. Yeah, that's fine. So I said yes to all these things. But I didn't look at the order of all these events. So what's happened is I'm hosting the main stage throughout the day.
Yes.
I go do the barbecue thing, first couple of beers.
Okay.
I then go and DJ in this cheese hub. It's brilliant. There's loads of people there. It's a really good time. I'm on for like an hour, something like that, hour and a half. Few more drinks. And I leave there and I'm a bit like, okay, I'll go back to the main stage now and do the last couple of links. It's all good. Like, and then someone reminds me, it's like, no, you need to go read a kid's story in the kids' tent. I was like, oh no, I'm not
when you
sure about
instantly
this.
regret
I'm
it
pissed. I'm pissed. Anyway, so I go along to the kids' tent, and the book I'm reading is a book called, I think it's called The Winky Wonky Donkey.
Oh no!
No.
It's set up for you to fail here.
It's called Wonky Donkey.
Yeah, have you seen the Scottish grandma reading it?
No.
Look, right, I'm going to show you after. There's a clip. In fact, we'll put it in.
I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. Hee-haw! He only had 3 legs, 1 eye, and he liked to listen to country music. He was a honky-tonky, winky, wonky donkey. I think I like this book better than the main. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. Hee-haw! He had only 3 legs, 1 eye. He liked to listen to country music. It was quite tall and slim. He was a lanky, honky, donkey, winky, wonky donkey. After you listen to this. Oh dear. How can anybody read this seriously? I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. Oh dear, I don't.
Okay, so here I am. So I'm on stage. I get brought into the stage, and it's so sweet. There's all these kids that are just sat around, and I'm reading them their bedtime story. The story I'm reading is that donkey story, which is kind of a tongue twister throughout it, and incredibly dangerous. One slip, and you're cancelled forever.
Go on.
Let me play you a little bit.
I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. He only had 3 legs, 1 eye, fox. He liked to listen to country music. He was quite tall and slim. He smelled really, really bad. And that morning he'd got up early and hadn't had any coffee. He was a cranky, stinky, dinky, lanky, honky, tonky, winky, wonky donkey. Thank you.
Oh my god! Well played there.
Right, and it goes on and on like this.
Oh
And
my word.
what was amazing is all the parents, you could just see the respect that they had for me, because they could see I'm about 10 pints in. I've got the most challenging
them
kids
laughing.
book, and they're all like,
Yeah,
fair play.
Get it in. Well
brilliant.
done, Chris. I
This-
wish I'd been there.
Capital Breakfast after the show. Straight in, no kissing. Sian Welby, what quotes from the notes have we got this week, please?
I saw the old frog cock and that was it.
Oh,
That was Jordan admitting his crush on the crazy frog.
I didn't have a crush on the crazy frog.
This was his awakening.
No, it wasn't my awakening.
It was.
It stirred something inside of you.
It did.
You saw
it
the
was a
frog cock and
joke.
that was it.
I said, we were talking about the crazy frog, and as a joke, I said, "Oh, that old frog cock did
Why
something
did
to
he
me."
get his cock out?
Why did he? Cause
on
just,
a motorbike as well.
Yeah, one day I just
No
remember,
need. It's very dangerous.
Ding 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 ding.
It's got this little pecker, didn't it? This little frog cock. Yeah.
But I sort of respected it because in most of these characters they just do away with the cock, and actually I almost respected with the crazy frog that they sort of.
On that note,
kept to it.
actually, because my little niece wants a Ken for Christmas, right? And I've been on this mission to find a Ken doll because I've got to find the exact one. It's no longer.
It's been a huge distraction for you this week.
has
At one
been.
point, we were trying to go through some really quite complicated stuff that needed doing, and you just kept blurting out like, "This Ken looks like you."
Yeah,
You found a Ken that looked like all of us.
I did, but talking of which, they don't have any.
No, they
They're
don't.
smooth down there. They're just got skin-coloured boxers on.
The one you sent me on WhatsApp this week that looked just like William Hanson was freaky. It dresses and had the same hair as William Hanson.
Etiquette Ken.
Etiquette Ken.
I think you should bring one out. But also, can I just say, it was my realisation when looking through all the Kens that as a child I always thought Ken was her boyfriend. Ken was her best friend. Just look
really?
You know what I'm saying? Look at the clothes, the hair.
Yeah.
He's not interested in Barbie.
Do you think?
I think.
Is Ken a friend of
Dorothy rather than Barbie?
Barbies?
I think so.
Right.
So. Because
I never switched on to
the
that.
denim hot pants, the knee-high boots. It's all there. It's all there.
I'd never thought of. It'd be good to get the official line on that.
Yeah,
Would
can we
actually,
speak to
you're right.
Mattel?
Yeah, can Mattel get in contact?
Do you know what? You're so right.
It changes everything, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Doesn't it? They were just best mates.
That's right.
That's why he had fabulous wardrobe.
And that's why they dress the same.
His wardrobe is wild.
Oh
They
my
They
god.
were just twinning.
Ken's gay.
Ken's gay.
Ken's not gay.
South Curry. I never switched on.
Yeah,
It's like,
Ken's gay. I had
Someone
that
told me
realisation.
Tinky Winky was. I only found that out a few years ago. And they were like, George, you had a handbag. I was like, Tinky Winky was gay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, do another quote from the note, please.
You can get Biscoff. You can get Biscoff everything. Spread, ice cream, candles, Johnnies. Which, can I just say, Chris said on air and just slipped in the Johnnies and moved on.
It was brilliant. And our exec was at his laptop and just went, this is
Ice
what
cream.
Cal does when we do something on air that you know you're in trouble. He'll be like this. So he'll have his head down, and then you'll say something. He goes.
But if you say it quick enough and in amongst other things, there's nothing you can
I
do
get
really.
Biscoff everything. Spread, ice cream,
And then-
candles, Johnnies.
You know what I
biscuits.
do? Is notice it when I've done like a bad link or I've said something that I know is going to get me in trouble. Right, I'll go into the ads. And I'll go for a wee, even though I don't need a wee, so he don't have a go at me because I'm like, I can't be arsed with it.
You know, he'll calm down by the time
Yeah,
you
and
come
then
back.
and then I'll come in, and then Jimmy will be like, "Right, what are we doing next, Jim?" So and then he'll forget about it after the show.
Very good.
There was something I said this week. Oh, about that guy. How did we get onto it? Oh, we're doing road customers. I said I worked at TJU's, and a guy made me measure him up to see if he could fit into a suitcase, and he was like, "You should save that for the podcast." But anyway, do one more.
No, wait. You're right. Just quickly to unpack that, a guy wanted to be measured up to see if he would fit into a suitcase.
It was all a bit weird, and at the time I didn't think anything of it. And then I just remember a few years ago I was falling asleep, and that memory comes to me, and I thought, oh, that's a bit weird. A guy was like, he didn't ask to go in the suitcase, but he's like, I need your biggest suitcase. And I was like, right. And I was about 16, 17, didn't think a lot of it. And I got the biggest suitcase, and he made me go in the back, and I said, no, that's our biggest one. And then I let down on the floor, and then he kind of like sized himself up next to it. You know, like how a snake does with a meal.
That's so weird.
And I didn't think anything of it at the
He was sort
time.
of crouching to see if he would be able to get
And then
in.
it was only a few years later, just that memory thought to me, I thought, oh, he's measuring up if he could get in that suitcase.
That's so weird,
Which is a
mate.
thing,
That's-
isn't it?
Each to
It's
their own.
I
Each
think
to their
I've
own.
heard
Oh,
of
yeah,
it being a
yeah, each
fetish.
to their own. There was that. Yeah,
There
yeah.
was a famous one, wasn't there?
Yeah.
You've got to be careful being zipped in there.
Don't do it.
No, don't.
Just
It's
don't
dangerous.
look
It's
at
actually
it.
very dangerous.
It's really
All right, our
dangerous.
next quote.
Oh, no, wait, what?
Our next quote. Sean,
You just shouted, athlete's dick.
what was that in?
What was that?
I went, I can't remember because I said there's athlete's foot. I went,
You said something like, I think I've got athlete's dick.
no, I wouldn't have said it. I think I said, I won't do it. It's a member of a team who's having a good time at the moment. I went, you'll end up with athlete's dick.
That's right.
Oh, we have a laugh.
We do.
I want to give a big mention. We've not mentioned our listener in the photo frame this week. It's Julie in Surrey, who listens to our podcast while she has chemotherapy.
Oh,
and look at her there, bless her.
You legend, you look beautiful.
You do look beautiful.
Great.
So, Julie in Surrey, this podcast is dedicated to you. Thank you for listening. And we're sending all our love.
We are indeed. Also, I love your glasses, and I'm going to have to showcase that I need glasses, right?
Oh,
and I've got a pair that I haven't dared wear yet in front of you two.
Oh, great.
Oh, so there's going to be a reveal.
That's for the next episode.
Okay.
We'll bring out that for the next episode. Oh!
There it
What's
is.
this?
We told you we kept it. That is for Erin.
Oh, she will love that.
And she'll look so
Won't
cool
she?
in that.
Oh, that's...
We did keep it.
Isn't that great?
You see, producer Callum kept it. We knew.
did keep it.
We did think of you. We always do.
Do you know, producer Callum would have made sure no one went near that.
He would
'cause
have.
That's very cool.
She'll
isn't
love
it?
that.
She will absolutely love that. Thank you, guys.
Straight in, no kissing. Best way. What correspondence have we got from our wonderful listeners this week, please?
Leslie in Berwick says, after Chris has now missed Robert De Niro and Taylor Swift, who are you going to get in to make it up to him, or who would you like to request, Chris?
What a question. I actually think the problem here is if I take a day off, that's where the next big guest will come. So actually the question is more, who would you guys dream of having on the show? I'll book a holiday and no doubt they will turn up.
Can you imagine if it was... Oh, you're going to say the same person?
Harry Styles.
Oh, I was going to say David Beckham.
Oh, but
Who would make you the most upset to miss now? Would it be a footballer?
David Beckham, I would be a bit upset about, actually. Styles, not so much. Only because I've met him lots.
Yeah, fine.
So, but David Beckham, I've always wanted on the radio and have never done it.
Has he done many radio interviews? He don't do many interviews, really, does he?
He sent us a little video a couple of times, but I just think it'd be a great guest to hang around with, and he's got so many amazing stories. And I just feel like with David Beckham, a lot of them are sort of tapped up inside him. He's one of the very few people that hasn't done a podcast.
So true, actually.
And doesn't do many interviews. And it just feels like that guy. It would be great to get him talking and hear some of these things. And I hope he does.
Your one, Crouchy Pod.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Should get that sorted.
Sorry, we're keeping you, George.
No, sorry.
Yawning.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Last week, Callum made me re-record something because he was like, "We recorded something in here in this podcast." He went, "You look absolutely knackered." I was like, "Cheers, thanks, pal." Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn there. That was.
I don't know. So who would we like on the show? Who would be cool?
Right,
we've talked about this. I think.
For me, I've made it. You know, I've got a list. I want Harry Styles, Barack Obama, Peter Kay, and there was someone else, and Beyonce. So I think if we get them, we're laughing. I'll take any of them.
Nice, we'll take them.
Line
them up.
What about you, Shani? Beyonce would be massive.
It would.
But she don't do interviews.
No, and that's the thing. And do you know what? I'd like these people on the condition that we could really just ask them anything. Wouldn't that be the dream? Because I think that's the thing. I think sometimes you think, oh, I can't even explain to you like how intense it is when you're told you've got 8 minutes. Here's a list of things you can't say. Like, it's hard, isn't it? Like I would love to have a sort of real open chat with some of these people. It'd be awesome.
Defo. Do you know who I would love? We did a podcast with him and he came on, Prince William.
Oh.
And I'd love him to just come in, hang out. He's so funny. He, and also, like, people forget this about them. They do go and do the school run, stuff like that. He does listen.
They listen to Capital, you know?
You know, it would be really good to just get him on and involved and join the chat, really.
I genuinely have been told by good authority that they do listen on the school run. I think they might flick around, but they definitely do sometimes have Capital on because the kids like it.
And the other one is your mum. I would love to get her on.
Wow. Okay.
I would love to get your mum on.
Yeah.
I think your mum is an untapped resource at the moment.
Yeah, that is true. Should get Wendy on more because she is so funny. She's
so
such
funny.
a character.
She's so funny, and I think there's potentially a little segment that we should be doing.
Your mum.
With her. Your mum.
Your mum, mate.
Your mum.
Your mum.
Your mum.
That's great. I need to ring her this weekend. Shit. I need to ring her. I'm a few days off from been cut out of the will. I need to ring her this week.
Yeah, just check in there.
Yeah.
God, who else we got?
Terry in Framlington says, I enjoyed listening to you guys give out advice a couple of episodes ago. It was actually quite good advice. Made me think, do you have any funny stories from early in your dating life? So was this dating advice that we'd done?
Yeah,
I'm
it
assuming.
was something to do with, I remember it was a girl was saying her boyfriend was still mates with his ex.
Right.
That's what it was.
That was it.
Dating advice.
I think we've all got advice, haven't we? You learn from your mistakes.
You have to kiss a few frogs to find your prince, don't you?
I remember once going on a double date with this girl. We went to the Chime shopping centre in Uxbridge. So it's me, Dugsy, who I think you've both met. Have you met Dugsy as well, Shani?
I saw him on your Zoom.
I've got his trainers
You
on
need
now
to meet
today.
him.
Not his, but I said him. I wanted to get trainers from him.
Yeah, that was weird. Jordan saw
Maybe
Dugsy out
HT.
one night and was like...
First time I met him,
Oh, he called him Digsby all night.
he went, this is...
Digsby.
He went, this is Dugsy. I went, Digsy. Not I went, where are
Dugsy,
those
where'd you get
trainers
your
from?
shoes?
Where you get your shoes
Where'd
from?
you get your shoes from?
Went on the double date. So me, Dugsy, and two girls. I knew one of the girls, but the girl I was on the double date with was the other girl. But we'd spent so much time texting before that when it came to the date, I didn't say one word to her.
You had nothing?
I had nothing. I literally had nothing to say to her, and it was dead awkward. And we were in the cinema, and I literally had said hello, and then had said goodbye.
I imagine you sort of almost panicking, not knowing whether to hug, handshake, or nod.
It was horrendous.
Hello.
Especially as the texts had all been really over friendly. I would have been about 15.
I was just going to ask how old you were.
I reckon I was about 15. So my advice, probably my number one tip, and I assume we're all going to give one, is if you go on a date with someone, talk to them.
That's sound advice
Sean?
there from Chris Stark. Okay, dating tips number 2. If you've now reached the point of being the girlfriend of said person, the first time you go around and meet the parents, don't make it the morning of. Okay, here's my story. I went round to his house and his parents weren't in because we were having like a night in watching movies at his house. And then I stayed over. And then the next day I heard, so by the time we'd woke up, it was like late, I heard the whole family getting ready for Sunday dinner.
Oh, nightmare.
So can you imagine? I could hear more and more people
That is a nightmare.
coming to the house.
That is a
nightmare.
And I was upstairs, right? And I started panicking because I could hear like the grandma had turned up. She was in the garden. It was like the neighbours had come round. Granddad's now over. The other granddad's come over. I was like, oh God, I've not even said hello. I've not even met the mum yet. And I care about these things. And I didn't want to be judged because I was his girlfriend, but he hadn't introduced me to the family. So anyway, then the worst happens. I hear the mum coming up the stairs going, Cooey, dinner's nearly ready. Because it was now like coming up to midday and I was there. So in the panic, I put my head under the covers and lay as still as I could in the bedding. Now in hindsight, as the mum opened the door, my full silhouette would have been in that duvet, right? And she'd have probably looked and thought, there's someone else in this bed. But I didn't dare move. So I'm like this under the covers going, okay, she'll be gone in a minute. Then I can probably, I'm thinking I'll introduce myself another time when it's more appropriate. And she must have known, right? She then had a long chat with him, right? I'm getting hot under this bedding and I can't breathe. Oh God, just please hurry up and have this chat, please. And then I hear her go, Mum. She brings the grandma up, the trolling me at this point. Grandma comes up, oh, we're having a lovely dinner, are you going to get ready? And I'm thinking, oh my God, please. And then the grandma sits on the bed and basically sits on my legs. And I was thinking, oh my God. And that was the worst thing I ever did. Worst thing I ever did. And it was like they didn't know I was there.
That's a power play, I think, for the mum.
So. I reckon the whole time the mum was sort of giving the eyes down to the silhouette.
The humps in the bed.
Yeah.
Going, well, there's some feet for one.
Oh, Sean, did you think that they weren't coming back the next day? Or just hadn't planned it?
I just don't think I thought it through. I bet he hadn't said what was going on. Not to mention your whole family's coming over for Sunday dinner the next day. And it was just one of those. It was just awful.
Did you contemplate the window?
Yes, but they were all in the garden. Oh. There was no route of escape, Chris.
I had that first time I met my wife. No, it wasn't the first time I met her, but we went to Reading Festival.
You've told me this.
Yeah, and then I went back to her house, but Mum and Dad were staying there. And obviously I'm really sound with them now, but I remember waking up in the morning and could hear her dad on the landing, just thinking this is not good. And I looked out the window and seriously thought about, I could probably get down and then out like out down the drive.
And weren't you going to jump the fence?
Well, I did jump the fence.
Yeah.
Because she had like a fence, like a gate on the end of her drive. And I managed to get out, legitimately got out.
With no one seeing you?
With no one seeing me. But he knew I was there. And then I had to jump over a fence. I went to work that day. Like, I mean, that's...
On the radio?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
What about you, Geordie?
My dating advice would be, don't shake your date's hand at the end of the date. All right, straight in. What else have we got, please, guys?
We've got Craig from Barry, who... Sorry, Craig, that was a terrible accent from me. I have been a committed 6am for many moons now, but I've recently jumped on the podcast train. I've been catching up on episodes while in the car and the gym. I was wondering, has Chris sold his bike yet? Or is it still collecting dust in his shed?
What bike's this?
Oh, yeah. Do you remember this advert that we had to do?
Advert.
And it was for eBay. It was like, yeah, I've got a bike in the shed as
Oh,
well.
did we play the clip? Yes, we did.
I don't know if that episode's gone out yet, has
Yes,
it? It
yes,
must have
Yeah,
just gone
well,
out.
yeah, it has, yeah.
Yeah. Did you sell that old bike from
well, there is
eBay?
no bike. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
lie.
there is
Oh, is
I mean,
it?
one of the lies- I actually think it's disgraceful that we lie like that sometimes.
No, we weren't lying. It's just
It was a lie. I don't have a bike.
Oh,
in the
is
shed
the old
gathering dust. I don't have a bike in the shed gathering dust. That's, you know.
Don't ruin the illusion.
Yeah, some claims will be false.
I think people can tell when we're
Some of the
lying,
reads I've had to do for Sexton in the past.
Well, the thing is, yeah, but I think of all the people, we are pretty good at them. Sometimes
do.
you are listening to a podcast and then they're like the mid-conversation, and Chris, I really like your top. And actually, if you want a really if you want to wear a really trustworthy brand, go to Boots.
Yeah.
Hear me out. I can't imagine you riding a bike. I think you'd look very fat-arsed.
Right.
What?
I can
was
imagine him
that?
What does
riding
that
a
mean?
bike like this.
Well, that's how you ride a bike.
And I don't
isn't
know
it?
why. Is Jimmy there? How long's Jimmy been
I
there
don't
for?
know, but
I
Jimmy's
can
been
imagine
laughing
you
in the
riding a
background.
bike with your arm.
You
Oh,
look
put your
fat-arsed
arse
riding
away,
a
mate.
bike.
Like
think you'd look
sticking your arse in my face.
I think you'd look fat-arsed when you'd ride. You know how some
Because
lad...
I've got a fat arse.
No, you've got a great arse.
I have.
Yeah, I know.
I have.
Do I? But I can just imagine you stick your arse out like a little bottom
But
in Soho.
I don't understand that because I've been leaning over the handles, so my arse will
I
naturally
can just
be...
imagine you riding a bike like how a jockey rides a horse. That's just how I...
What do you mean? Is he sat
What, like
upright
just-
too much?
Just with his arse, I can just imagine him showing his arse.
What, like a duck?
No, like how a jockey rides a horse without their
Oh, you
arse
think
out.
he's... What, you think he's moving up and down
Yeah,
with
and
the
his
saddle?
arse... Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about.
What is
It's
happening?
so weird.
Boys are
I
so
can't imagine
weird.
you driving any vehicle.
Right.
Well, I can't imagine
You've
driving.
said
Any
this.
vehicle.
You can't... Right.
You're such a crap driver, I can tell.
That's annoying because you're so right on the
Yeah.
shittest drive. Like, my brothers and a lot of my friends back home would refuse to get in the car with me.
It does sound weird. I also can't imagine you driving. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, but do you know,
Most celebrities you can't, though.
The other week I actually said to you, do you own a car? Because I actually thought to myself, I can't imagine him driving. I just can't. Can't see it.
I do.
You're the kind of person that you come up to a junction and you start doing that with your nose, like to look around, like sort of twitching it up a bit, like as if it's going to help you concentrate.
I do that.
I can only imagine you turn...
Like a little mole.
Yeah, but always stopping at the roundabout, even if it's...
Yes!
Oh yeah,
That
I'll
is
be infuriated. And then you know where someone behind you can feel their impatience, and then you just get a little horn. It's
I constantly
if I
get
was your
beeped. I
passenger,
constantly
I'd
get
be
beeped.
apologising to the other cars, wouldn't I?
We
It'd
should-
be one of them. Sorry. Like,
We should do a road trip and film it, get some GoPros in, 'cause I
Please,
think
can't
it'd be
we?
so good. Definitely. It's annoying that, because I know you're right. Right, we've got another one here. No name on this one. It says, I've been catching up on the podcast and I'm living for all Sean's rogue early job stories. As a retail girly myself, I have to know some more of your weird customer encounters. Where do we bloody begin with this?
I've had so many. I've worked in pubs, I've worked in shops. I told you about the woman that we used to call Chinny, who'd come in and go, I've got £3! What can I get? And so she'd come in with the amount and I'd find the item.
But you were, because you're so lovely, you always showed around the shop and stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, but they used to know, and it became a thing in the shop where, say if I heard on the intercom, hey Sean, there's a customer here looking for you. I'd be like, I know it's Chinny. They're setting me up. And then I'd come out and go, oh, and like they'd all look at me like pointing, and I go, okay, I've got to deal with it. But the worst day was actually when she went, because normally it was jewellery. And quite often she wanted some rings for £3, but they'd get stuck on her fingers and I'd have to lube them up and get them off, which was a bit gross. But then one of the days she came in and wanted shoes, and I've not seen toenails.
No.
And the smell, you know, like cottage cheese.
Oh, bless
And it was just a nightmare. Look, she was a happy lady.
Yes. And
She
you-
was having a great time.
you-
It was
and
me that had to deal with it.
You were always so sweet and lovely to her, I bet. weren't
Yeah,
you?
no, she was fine. It was just I had to deal with a lot.
Yes.
In that shop. I do have a story, but I don't know if I've told it before. It wasn't my story, but we were talking about rogue customers, weren't we, on the show? And I thought about my mate's dad who worked in Savile Row. Have I told you the story about the shirt? Quick
don't
one.
think so.
I'll tell you as quick as I can. The Mayor of London, this is like back in the day, his wife came in and wanted some shirts from this really, really expensive shirt shop. And my mate's dad at the time was like an apprentice there in his 20s. And so he said he remembers it really well because they made a big fuss of the woman coming in. She went, I want that one, and took the shirts away. The next day, they saw a photo of the mayor in the paper wearing one of their shirts. They were really chuffed with it. The day after, the wife comes back in and wants a refund on the shirts because she said they were terrible fit and my husband couldn't wear them. Now, they knew full well he'd worn them because he'd seen it in the photographs. Brilliant. So they end up in a bit of a standoff and she's going, oh, the fit, I'm so disappointed, terrible, he couldn't wear any of these. And he went, Madam, I'm afraid, to say I think these have been worn. She went, they have not been worn. How dare you accuse my husband of wearing these shirts? They went, it's very clear that the shirt, this one in particular, has definitely been worn. And she was like, you can't say that. How on earth can you claim that? And then they held it up.
Brilliant.
And it had a skid mark all the way up the back.
Oh, no.
In the back of the white shirt. Apparently she went white and left. And that is a great little story.
How'd you get a skiddy on your shirt?
Must have over-tucked it in.
Overtucked, aggressive tucking.
Right then, kids, that's us done for another week. Remember to do all your podcast bits and bobs, like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends about us. And remember, if you've got a funny story, email us aftershowshow@capitalfm.com.
Yeah, and you can keep up with all the episodes on Global Player, the official free Capital app.
Yeah.
Are you saying goodbye?
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.